Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is June the 8th, 2020. Strong hand, long-term thinking, golden age of the 2020s. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin, unconfiscatable. $5, compete, don't complain, conviction. I'm offended by selling. Yeah, dude, this is your home for Bitcoin insider information. All right, check out the links below. Ugly Old Goat and Christian were on This Week in Bitcoin. Oh, he will scare you straight there, Ugly Old Goat. Watch that show. He tells a jail story. Techbalt.com, Techbalt, Techbalt on Twitter, of course. And you get a new show here every day. Hello, my elite friends. Please ask questions tonight. There are not that many topics. Things have slowed down a little bit. You never know. There's always news, though, so you're going to get some news. We do have a question from yesterday that I'm going to hit first, and that is from Derp D Derp. Where are you now, man? Looks like a nice place. Well, I'm in Asheville, North Carolina, and for all the people that are new, in the notes section, the first word of every one of my notes section is the location of where I am. So it says Asheville, North Carolina. So if you ever wonder where I am, it's the first word in the description below. Check out all the links below. Pound that freaking like button. When I was in Los Angeles, it said Los Angeles, California. So yes, it is a nice place. And it's my own cabin in the city, all to myself. And it's much cheaper than usual because people are scared like little girls to travel. So I'm in motion, of course. I'm traveling. I'm not scared. Adam's in motion, baby. I take advantage of the situation. When others are scared, I get the good deals. This is how I do it. People like, how do you go from one Airbnb? How do you travel around? I get good deals, dudes. I'm getting a good deal right now. So I'm here till July 15th. Now, speaking about another city, we're going to keep it beyond Bitcoin for 1 second. I thought this tweet was great. I think everyone's heard by now, Minneapolis wants to get rid of the police department. And this tweet from Econ Talker: I fear the Minneapolis City Council has discovered a novel way to lower the price of housing. Hope they have something else in mind after, and then what? Yes, dude. That is quite a novel way of decreasing the price of housing there. In many cities, people are like, we need affordable housing. Well, if you get rid of the police force, you'll get a lot of affordable housing. All right, most likely. Now, if there's anarchy in the streets or chaos in the streets, you're going to get lower house prices. Trust me on that one. Now, see West Baltimore, for examples. Now, by now, let's talk about Bloomberg real quick here. Bloomberg, a lot of people started screaming about Bloomberg predicts $20,000 for Bitcoin. All right, you guys fall for it every time. The 80%ers do. They love to hear these predictions. That one's not even that crazy of a prediction. But Bloomberg is smart. They did this for a reason. So I'm going to quote from Arca here. You're going to get a little, I guess, insider information. This is a good analysis here because Bloomberg was it was basically an advertisement. When they made a price prediction, they're advertising their services. So here we go. By now, every one of you knows in the digital this guy's saying everyone you know in the Bitcoin space has sent you this article by Bloomberg calling for $20,000 Bitcoin. Did anyone happen to notice what group at Bloomberg this came from? This wasn't their economics team or finance team. This was their data team that came up with this. This report is nothing more than an advertisement for all the new digital asset functions on the Bloomberg terminal. And quite frankly, that's way more important than a price prediction. I agree with that. Bloomberg is by far the most important and underappreciated company in digital assets. Well, I don't know about that. Maybe underappreciated. Without this data made available to over 300,000 Bloomberg terminal users, most institutional investors have an excuse to ignore this asset class. Not anymore. So while the media focuses on yet another baseless and pointless price prediction. The real story is that over 300,000 institutional investors can now learn about digital assets simply by typing in 4 letters to these terminals. Now, of course, I've never used a Bloomberg terminal in my life. I wouldn't pay for anything like that. But there are plenty of big moneyed individuals that need to use them for some unknown reason. And when they can get more information about Bitcoin, that's a good thing. So, they made a prediction. Bloomberg made some 20,000. Great. But they want you to use their terminal. They want these people to, and I want those people to use their terminal too. Okay. At least you explore the Bitcoin part of it. So, hey, one step closer to institutional investors feeling comfortable with Bitcoin. They need the Bloomberg seal of approval, which is unfortunate. And the funny thing is that 3 years ago, Bloomberg they were not about Bitcoin. So they've changed. People change over time. Institutions change over time. They get on the Bitcoin train. Come on, ride that train and pound that like button. All right, let's see. I think someone's got a question there. Anmar says, hello, Adam. Do you like Asheville? Dude, I really like it a lot, to tell you the truth. I've only been here since Wednesday. So by the time many people are watching this, I'll be on my 7th day. So I'm on my 6th day here, barely. And I'm on my 6th day. And today I did my sprints. I found this running trail right near here. And the running trail goes all the way up to the University of North Carolina, Asheville, which I didn't run all the way up there, but I did my sprints today. It's hotter here than Los Angeles. I mean, I'm not used to the East Coast heat again, although it's East Coast mountain heat. It's different. But yeah, so I did my sprints and that was lovely. And it's very peaceful here. It's very safe, beautiful. It rains, but it's the East. You can't. Not everything's Los Angeles, dudes. But no, I am enjoying it. I don't want to jinx anything here, but 6 days in, man, it's been really comfortable. Any updates on why the YouTube appeal and any idea why they are taking so long? Well, they're taking so long because it's just all automated. There's no human that ever got my appeal. Everything's by the algorithm. And most people on YouTube, that's what happens. Everyone is an algorithm slave. So this is what you're supposed to be used to. You complain, you do what they say to do, and it gets lost in the shuffle. So if you're interested, this Wednesday, I'm going to do something. So you'll hear about it. Please be on Twitter. We're going to do something on Twitter on Wednesday that deals with this situation. No algorithm stuff. It's going to take real people. So if you're interested in perhaps getting the old videos back or whatever, I've been patient for 2.5 months, and we're going to try something a little different on Wednesday. So you'll hear about it, but just follow me on Twitter at TechBot. That's really the best thing you can do. A lot of people don't do that, and they're still every once in a while. I mean, there was someone in the comments section like, "What happened to your other channel?" I mean, well, yeah, you're not on Twitter. I guess you don't know. You're the person who people who ask that kind of question are slaves to the algorithm. They only watch what YouTube sends them. And so, of course, they wouldn't know. They want to know I'm going, well, I haven't gotten an Adam video for a while, or I keep on seeing Adam's face in videos, because they probably are still seeing my face in videos. It's just from this channel. And they don't bother to click on the links below, to actually check out TechBalt, to actually check out Twitter, to actually read. They're planning. I mean, I'll criticize some of my viewers. I mean, whatever. I mean, they deserve it. If you only watch the videos and you only watch what YouTube tells you to, and you only know to watch it when it sends you a notification or whatever. You need YouTube. You're a slave to the algorithm, and you're not thinking. You're letting it do the thinking for you. And and I've said this many times. You do not want that algorithm thinking for you, because it's a beast of its own. It gets rid of things when it wants to get rid of things. It's wild out there. You are a slave to a machine. I mean, and that is scary stuff out there. But that's the way of the world today. And the other social medias are like that too. People they see what they see on Facebook. They see what they see on Twitter. I've said it a million times about Twitter. It is such a powerful tool if you treat it like a blog. You go to people's specific feeds and read over. That's what I do every day. I go to Zach's. I go to Vinny, Tone, whoever. whoever. It might make people I don't agree with all the time. I'll read other, but I don't go to what Twitter tells me to go to. I use my own head. And we're living in a world now, and a lot of people use it to their advantage. They know how to game the algorithm, and they know the algorithm is going to tell people what to watch, and people worship it and follow it. So I went on a little Beyond Bitcoin tangent then, but if you want to help and you want to actually use your head, Wednesday's the day to do it. Let's see. That house looks so cozy. It is cozy. I think during the winter, it might even be. That's like some old school stove thing. I don't know what you call that. It's black. You're supposed to put wood into it, and it goes up into the chimney. I mean, I'm not from 1820, but it's cool how they do it. It probably it's a little warm here. I keep the windows open. I don't keep the AC on. I'm able to bear with it easily. All right, we've lost track here. Please play this at 2x, people, if you don't need to hear all this. Show the rest of the place. Well, actually, once I set up my new laptop, I'll be able to do that, I think. But I still haven't had time to look at. Well, here, what do you see? It's nice. There's upstairs too. It's the whole cabin. Once I get my new laptop set up, I'll walk around with it and I'll give you the whole tour. But no fancy sets or graphics here. I mean, hopefully the new laptop will improve some of the quality here. We need a little bit of improvement in quality. This is old.
Live streaming is on.
All right, then. Looks like we had some technical difficulties. I got chopped off there just when I was saying I was saying something about YouTube. All right, unprecedented that I got back on here. It's quite amazing. But the show must go on. And so I don't know if anyone's still watching. This was crazy what just happened. Oh, wow. Okay, so let me get back to my notes. And if anyone's got questions, I've got your answers still. There was news in the land of privacy. And people like to talk about Zcash being private. People used to like to talk about Dash being private. And, the guys over at Chainalysis, they have a blog post out. It's linked to below. You can read it below. So even though the obfuscation of Zcash is stronger due to the ZK snark encryption, Chainalysis can still provide the transaction value and at least one address for over 99% of Zcash activity. So we all know the dudes at Chainalysis, they're spies. Well, they're not spies. They monitor blockchains, and if people want to pay them, they can give them information about users of those coins. And so they can tell you stuff about Zcash users. Not that many Zcash people actually try to privatize anything on Zcash, although you can try. So read it below. It's linked to below what the Chainalysis guys have to say about Zcash, but it's apparently it's not that private. All right. And just another thing. This is where the big boys play. So we have to be used to the fact that there are going to be companies out there that are snitch-worthy companies that want to gather information about people who use cryptocurrency. This is part of the game. So people in the land of Bitcoin are working on privacy solutions. You know, they're the mixers that are out there now that apparently Wasabi, the European Union, was freaked out by it, and they actually wrote a document about it. And now that document is not even available online anymore. And if you saved it and you try to post it anywhere online, it gets taken down. So that shows you that Wasabi is onto something with their mixing. But right now, Zcash, they're not hiding anything, or they're not hiding much from anyone. Check out the link below. Okay, so speaking of altcoins, Zack Voell wrote, he is not scared of the Bitcoin Inquisition. I got to tell you, that dude is not scared of the Bitcoin Inquisition, because he has a headline at CoinDesk. Now, maybe he didn't write this headline, but he did write the article. Bitcoin's forks have trounced Bitcoin this year. Oh my. Talking about the crypto dividends, Bcash, BSV, BGold. Apparently, if you pick an arbitrary day, I guess in terms of fiat, they've done better than Bitcoin. At the beginning of the year, is that arbitrary day. Everyone knows, everyone in their right mind knows, everyone who's a long-term thinker knows, like, if you bought these crypto dividends, God forbid, because you got them for free, when they came out, I mean, it would be horrific by now how much value you would lose in terms of Bitcoin. But he gives some statistics or whatever. Dude, you could pick out all sorts of anomalies in times with altcoins, all sorts of altcoins, not just crypto dividends. Litecoin has performed better than Bitcoin at random times. Okay, over the long run, Bitcoin is the king. There is no doubt about that. But Zack Voell wrote about it. I'm sure he'll get a lot of. Maybe they wanted him to write about this. I have no idea, but he did his job, I guess. He writes for CoinDesk. They tell him he writes controversial articles. So there you go. But that headline will get some people going there. He'll get sent to the Inquisition. He loves Bitcoin, but he works for CoinDesk. But he's the best writer at CoinDesk. Pound it. All right. So finally, remember to click on the squares at the end of the show so you can see my recent shows. Bitcoin does not kneel. Bitcoin does not kneel. No, it does not kneel. It seems like there are a lot of people kneeling out there today. I'll mention this on Saturday's Beyond Bitcoin show. I probably talked about it on last Beyond Bitcoin show. Link to below. Pound that like button. But I got to tell you, that kneeling right now, it reminds me of the late 1930s when everybody in Germany, they were supposed to do a certain salute with their hand in order to fit in. I mean, you were pressured into doing that salute in the 30s, to support the new regime. You better put your hand up in the air and salute the new regime. That seems like what this is. Do you kneel? Do you kneel? I mean, I think it was in Sound of Music, the main Van Trapp. He refused to, I might be mixing this up. He refused to do that salute. Okay? So you refuse to do that. The new salute. The new salute is the kneel. That is the mindless mass movement that people are joining in. And the way they show their allegiance to this mass movement is by kneeling. It's disturbing when you look at it, when you compare it to the late 1930s and the salute they did to that mindless mass movement they had back then. So just a Beyond Bitcoin moment there. I can't be canceled. And yeah, of course, Bitcoin's about numbers. And hey, the people who kneel, if they want to buy Bitcoin, yeah, that's fine. It helps me. I don't care if they buy Bitcoin or not. But Bitcoin itself, no, it doesn't have to play by this new regime's, this potential new regime's rule. I mean, God forbid the United States be ruled by BLM. But it seems like the certain aspects of politics they're jumping in bed with BLM. Oh, it'll get me votes. I mean, that's short-term thinking right there. They don't even read what BLM is. Hey, man, fitting in is they're trying to fit in. And let me tell you something there. Yeah, fitting in is definitely overrated because you dudes that fit into that now, you're only hurting yourselves in the long run. You read the planks of BLM. You read what the kneeling actually stands for. Yeah, you if they got their way, you wouldn't just be kneeling, but some of those radicals want. All right. Anyway, and when I call them radicals, that's not a compliment. They're good radicals, but those dudes are collectivist radicals. That is a collectivist mass movement. Hey, but you're free to kneel and be a CK. But think about it. Think about the late 1930s Germany. What the kneeling was back then. It was the salute that they did. All right, I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember, subscribe to the backup channel. Pound that like button. Let me see if there were any extra questions over there. This was a heck of a ride today. I don't even know how I got this the second part 2 in, and I think a lot of you won't even know that it's part 2. All right, yes, I'm back. But now I'm gone, dudes. All right, good night. I got to get some sleep. Thank you, Jitsi, for saving the day. Right? Let's